Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 1 in a standard daily. I thought I'd go back to an oldie but a goodie in Bug Immortal Servitude. This is probably the highlight of my channel, the most popular video that I think unique video that I produced. My Soul Sisters video is my number 1 video, but Soul Sisters isn't a very unique deck. There's a lot of people who play it, but this was my baby. This is the deck that I created from the beginning of when Immortal Servitude was spoiled and tried to weed out the bad cards and just tune it for tournament play. And it hasn't been very good because of Rest in Peace, but I don't see Rest in Peace much now that Scavenging Ooze is a real deal. And this deck isn't too bad against Scavenging Ooze. There's definitely ways to fight around it. I can just start playing. If I know it's a Scavenging Ooze deck, I can just wait until I get an Abrupt Decay and a Putrefy to deal with it. So no, I would not like to mulligan. This is a decent hand. We have all of our mana, and we have a Grisly Salvage and a Forbidden Alchemy. A little bit weak against aggro. Looks like we're going up against a black-blue deck. I don't particularly like this matchup, but they don't have many ways to exile the graveyard, so it's not bad. Lead off here with the Overgrown Tomb and pass it back to him. And it probably is black-blue. This deck is getting very popular. I've played it over and over and over and over again. This point, I think what we do is we just run out an Alchemist's Apprentice. If he wants to Essence Scatter, he can go for it. What we have to do is the good thing about this is we can put him on some pressure, and eventually, if he ever decides to tap out, that's when Immortal Servitude for the win. So I'd have to worry about Dissipates and whatnot, but again, Negates and Duresses come in on the sideboard, and we get a lot better post-sideboard. So I'm just going to take 2 life here and attacking with Alchemist's Apprentice. The good thing about this, too, is this Nephalia Dryad kind of helps us. As long as he doesn't mill every Snapcaster and every Immortal Servitude, we're usually pretty good. So when he taps out for Think Twice, that's when we tap out for Forbidden Alchemy so it doesn't get countered. The best card here to grab would actually be Elvish Visionary. Tragic Slip is kind of a dead card versus him. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of dead cards versus this matchup. It's not the best matchup in the world. I'm going to have to go faster. I started this game kind of late anyway, and this is going to be a very, very grindy game. It's going to come down to play mistakes are probably what's going to win this game or lose this game. So again, I'm loving this Alchemist's Apprentice. I put Oozes in and then took him out at the last minute. Let's see here. We're going to go for an Elvish Visionary to draw us a card. It is a beater too, and he's free to dissipate this if he wants. He does not, so we'll put out another one. And again, I think he's just going to try to mill me, and I'm on a very short clock if he does decide to mill me. But every mill, especially, he's going to think twice again, but every mill helps me. Eventually, all I need to find is a sack outlet, and I am good to go. And man, Burning Earth would actually be good versus this hand. Burning Earth's not that great against UB because they have enough lands to survive. It's really killed Esper and UWR though. Let's see here. Nothing to do on the end of his turn. We'll just continue to attack in with our weenie army and get in here for some more damage. Again, no way for him to gain life, I don't think. And I could, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave up Forbidden Alchemy. And again, as he taps out here for Think Twice, we will Forbidden Alchemy to try to find another answer. So there is our sack outlet. I'm not sure if we want it or if I just rather get a Grisly Salvage or even a Ravenous Rats. I mean, he has so much dead cards versus me, though. I think Grisly Salvage is the right card here, or maybe it is Bloodthorn Vampire. And no, because he'll just kill it with some sort of, well, Doomblade. I'm going to take the Grisly Salvage and throw these guys away. And again, I'm going to have to start playing a lot quicker because I guarantee this game is going to go to time. And he's going to Doomblade on a Visionary. Yeah, he just is now getting rid of stuff because there's nothing better to to target. And again, we will just keep beating down with our little 1/1s. I don't want to have a Blood Artist dissipated, but it might just end up having to be the case. Jeez, I'm milling myself bad here. And there's our Immortal Servitude. Didn't want to see that. Get an Alchemist Apprentice. I will play the Alchemist Apprentice here. Yes, we will do that. Throw out another Alchemist Apprentice. We have a Grizzly Salvage up at the end of the turn. So I could definitely see him milling me here. But if we can just hit one... No, he's going to Opportunity. Jeez. All right, he's going to... If we can just hit one Immortal Servitude, it's game. I think I already have enough in the... No, I don't have a Blood Artist in the bin yet. But he's on a 4-turn clock, and I can continue to attack in with all this stuff. I'm sure that this Elvish Visionary is going to die, and possibly everything else. Who knows? As he unloads his hand here. But if he does unload his hand, then I'm in Immortal Servitude. I don't know. I needed a combo in my graveyard, and I don't have one quite yet. My other Blood Artist must be on the bottom of my library. Ratchet Bomb is very poor against my deck, extremely poor against my deck. It, in fact, doesn't do much at all. Warp Physique on a... Yeah, this is the problem with his deck. It's just such dead cards. I guess his deck gets a lot better versus me as well. Grizzly Salvaging here. Hopefully finding another Snapcaster, possibly. And I think at this point I do get the Blood Artist in the graveyard and just grab this Elvish Visionary. And at this point I think I do bait out the Dissipate here, and then go for an Immortal Servitude, and that might be game if that ends up happening, because he's got to counter this Blood Artist. He has to spend his mana here, I would think. He's not in the best position ever. I am surprised he decided to chuck out that Ratchet Bomb. I mean, Tragic Slip on the Alchemist Apprentice, you could leave up Negate, and Syncopate is actually a card against me right now. Can't Syncopate this. Okay, he doesn't. So at this point I do believe it's just going to be an Elvish Visionary. And he does Tragic Slip. Unfortunately, I don't think I kill the Alchemist Apprentice here. And he's down to an 8. Plenty of cards. 6 cards. Tick up the Ratchet Bomb. Yeah, we've got it. Immortal Servitude's got to stick. And with this many counterspells in his deck, I don't see it sticking. I hope he just like throws down an Aetherling. I don't know though. I've got to somehow bait out a counterspell here. He's got 5 in his hand though. He doesn't find anything with the Augur Bolus. Best card I could actually get is a Blood Artist here off the top and force him to start counterspelling stuff. Fortunately, that's not the case. I think what we do is we attack him with everything. And we got to bait out the Immortal. Can we Immortal? We can't quite Immortal, though, is the problem. But I might Snapcaster. No, Snapcaster Immortal is kind of bad. So we will sack this to draw a card. There's a Forbidden Alchemy. That doesn't help too much. He's down to a 5. I could wait next turn and double. No, I still can't even double Immortal. I guarantee he's got the... I think we just Forbidden Alchemy here. And try... Nope, still no Dissipate. I have to find another Forbidden Alchemy. That's too bad. Well, let's go for it again. And hopefully we get a Blood Artist out of this. Let's leave a green up just in case we get like a Visionary. Jeez, I'm so close to milling myself now is the problem. Again, nothing. At this point, we do take the Snapcaster Mage. Jeez. All right. Where are my 2 Blood Artists are actually in the bin, though. So it is looking quite scary for me, even though he is at a 5. 6 for opportunity. Oh, that is horrible. He's going to get plenty of counter spells, I guarantee it. Back in his... Yeah, I don't think that I can actually pull this one through. He's going to mill me quicker than I can do anything here. But again, a lot of dead cards, but I have a lot of dead cards as well. And we can not quite even double Immortal. I think I wait one more turn. And we go for a double Immortal on the same turn. And then the next turn we have a Snapcaster Immortal. It's just getting very scary with this Nephalia Drownyard and a Jace. If he's got a Jace in his hand, it's just, I get milled out. Alright, so I am going to sack these to draw cards. And at this point, I think I throw out a Blood Artist. Oh, still in the combat phase. Oh, jeez. Still in the combat phase. And there's... Oh, an Essence Scatter doesn't do much. Do I bait out a counterspell? I think... We can't double Immortal. I'd have to have it even in my hand. I think I do at this point. And if for some weird reason he doesn't have a counterspell, which they run a gazillion in the deck, then I'm good. Yeah, Dissipate. Saw that coming. And he can even mill me here. And if that's the case, I probably will just Snapcaster here to put some sort of pressure on him. Because a Jace actually kills me here if he does pop a Jace down. But again, he's got to have Dissipate, Syncopate. Syncopate action will work, but double Syncopate, well, actually Syncopate will. Look how much mana he has. Snapcaster, Dissipate. Okay, Doomblade, yeah. Snapcaster, Immortal Servitude. If for some reason it does hit, we're okay. I have a hard time thinking this is going to hit. But it could be 5 removal in his hand. You never know with these decks. Because if this does hit, it's game. That's the good thing with all of my cards, is if they do resolve, it's game. And the good thing is I'm going to bring in Negates and Duresses, and I'm just going to get rid of every one of them. I don't know if he has enough sideboard to actually to stop. Going to be a Syncopate, huh? Syncopate for 4. And okay, so now I don't have an Immortal Servitude, but he can't mill me here. I don't think I need to cast this Snapcaster. 4 cards in hand. Gotta think one of those is a Snapcaster. But again, it doesn't matter. I don't have an Immortal Servitude. Two more in my deck, though. Far and away is awful. Awful. Attacking with my Snapcaster and see what we can get. And I can't even Forbidden Alchemy here. It's just bad. So he's gonna mill me. I have one turn to stick this Tribute to Hunger, huh? Well, I'm gonna far it. So he doesn't get any life back. Okay, so it's good. He decides not to counter that. But I've got to think he has a counterspell. In fact, what he's going to do instead is Nephalia Drown Yard. And I think I might just go Snapcaster here. So, Snapcaster 1. And it doesn't matter what I choose here because I'm not going to use it. And do I leave the Snapcaster? I think I just go for the kill. Snapcaster 2. And hopefully he doesn't have like an auger even. But two out of 4 of my cards are actually Immortal Servitudes. So he's got a 50-50 chance to actually stop it. Okay, Augur Bolus. That actually stops my beatdown. For Syncopate. Don't think there's much I can do here. Bloodthorn Vampire is definitely not going to do it. Because we just get milled out. It goes to a 1. And I can't even do something like Forbidden Alchemy, mill myself. Because Forbidden Alchemy says just look at the top, right? Look at the top, put one of them in your hand. So it doesn't actually kill me. And yeah, we're just going to go on to the next game. I barely get milled out here. Get him down to a 1, and I get milled out. Look at that. Dumb Immortal Servitude's on the bottom. Arrgh. But it might not have mattered. I don't know if he had a double counter spells. The good news is we have a lot of stuff we can bring in now. We have a lot of stuff we can definitely take out with the Abrupt Decays and the Far and the Way and whatnot. And I don't think I even need to bring in a Golgari Charm or Putrefy. I mean, he might have Witchbane Orbs. I'm hoping he doesn't. Witchbane Orbs really shuts down my combo too. And maybe I do need to bring in a Golgari Charm or a Putrefy just for that. I don't think I need as many Bloodthorn Vampires here. I can go down 1 and just go up negates. But I've got answers for it. So I really think this is the best possible build versus him. And I don't want to take anything else out. So we'll submit it away. And again, I was hoping to see a bunch of our Jund and The Rock and RG Kibler, Sato aggro, Mono Red aggro. Because this deck does very well against them. The Burning Earth can be a problem for red, but you can shut red down big time with just card advantage, and even the blood artist triggers can help you stay alive. Yes, I'd like to play first. This is a barely keepable hand. We got the Immortal Servitude in the hand, but we've got the Grisly Salvage that we can cast to find an answer. So we'll be planning on probably Grisly Salvaging next turn, maybe just throwing out a Blood Artist. Even though Blood Artist is kind of bad here, but Blood Artist is something you don't want to see syncopated or dissipated. So I think that is the right play. And again, I don't know why he kept in the Ratchet Bombs. They're very, very weak versus me. They don't do much at all. Here, I think what I'm going to do is just resolve a Forbidden Alchemy while we can. And I might just grab this Duress. We have enough lands. I think Duress is actually the best card here to get a counterspell out of his hand. Because if we get like a Syncopate or a Duress out of his or a Syncopate or Negate, Dissipate out of his hand, that really puts us in a great position. I'm hoping he just has too many dead cards to even replace. I'm thinking that maybe a Jace comes in here. He keeps the Augur Boluses in. That's interesting. If he misses with these, they're very bad. If he hits with them, again, it's all right. It allows me. He misses here, so he's had a lot of dead cards between the Ratchet Bomb and the Augur Bolus. That's pretty cool. I don't know why he's not ticking it up. I have no tokens in the entire game. Nothing like that. But he doesn't quite know my deck. The good news here is we got a Duress Snapcaster Duress, so I can actually get rid of 2 counterspells out of his deck. And it's even like a Nephalia Drowned. Yep, so he's in very bad shape here. So the Dissipate, I don't need to get rid of anything else. So now I can just progress my board and go ahead and grab, I need a land actually. Unfortunately, I do need a land here, and it will be this Woodland Cemetery. And that will guarantee that we have a land drop for the following turn. And now he decides to tick up his Ratchet Bomb. So he had two Nephalia Drown Yards. One comes out. A Nephalia Drown Yard. What else did he have? Nephalia, Ratchet Bomb, Augur, Bolus in his hand. So he's going to start the beatdown with his Augur? Nope. Okay. So Augur, Bolus, and this is cool. So if I know he gets a Dissipate, what we do is we... Nope, he misses again. We are getting quite lucky here. If he would have got a counterspell there, what I would have done is I could have Snapcaster Duress there. And I might end up just Snapcastering Forbidden Alchemy. In fact, I believe that is the right play. I hate to waste these, but we need more stuff in our graveyard. We're begging for stuff. And this can give us another Duress. No, Alchemist Apprentice probably. I think what I'm going to do is just take the land. Guarantee a land drop again. And play faster because I'm down to 11 minutes. And he decides to Tragic Slip, so that's one of the cards that he drew. Not a big deal. I probably will end up Immortal Servituding next turn just for the... No, I still don't have enough in there, I don't think. Well, I've got a Black Cat. No, Blood Artist. I have two Blood Artists, so it might actually be worth it to Immortal Servitude here while I know that it can come in handy. So I will block here. I don't think he's got the counterspell. There's one card I don't know. In fact, now we can actually guarantee he doesn't have a counterspell here. Nothing else. We get rid of a Tragic Slip is a little better, I guess. They're both such dead cards for me. I don't know why I kept them in. And we do get the Immortal Servitude. This will give us some card advantage. And he decides to blow it here, which is fine. His Ratchet Bomb. And he mills me here, huh? Alright, so basically next turn I should win. Yep. We can throw out the Immortal Servitude. Wow, overkill on the Immortal Servitudes. And I've got 9 minutes on this next game, which is quite possible to win a 9-minute game. He's going to mill me to make me use some more time. But all I'm going to do... Okay, sweet. So he just scoops there. He wanted more information, I think, with that. So again, I like my deck here. He might have Witchbane Orbs. It's very risky not bringing in Putrefy, at least one Putrefy. I'm going to bring in one. I'm going to take out a Black Cat and bring in one Putrefy for that Witchbane Orb, if he does in fact have it. If for whatever reason I have to Putrefy a Augur Bolus, you never know, it could come in handy. But other than that, I think all the rest of my cards are good to go. Yeah. So again, the 1-up Putrefy Witchbane Orb is very problematic. It says I cannot target my opponent with spells or abilities. It means I cannot duress him. That means I cannot Blood Artist trigger against him. Good news about this Putrefy as well is if he gets out an early Tormod's Crypt, I can destroy it. So again, I'm going to have to kind of play quickly here. Again, he's back to 4 minutes ahead of me. No, this is a very good hand. I've got everything I want. A duress would be great if I could draw into one, but it's not necessary at this point. We can go Breeding Pool, and what I'm going to start doing is getting out the Blood Artist. Apparently my F6 doesn't work, so I'm going to have to click through this. Yep, it will be a Blood Artist, and if he Essence Scatters it, whoop-de-doo. It's not something I care about. Like, that's what's so cool is the Dissipates are good, the Syncopates are good, but the Essence Scatters and stuff like if he plays like a Rewind isn't that good. Oh, and he missed his land drop. All right, so here's my moment to shine if I can duress. Get rid of a counterspell here. Whoa, counterspells. Okay, so he's got a negate and a dissipate. At this point, you can't even cast the dissipate's a little bit. A Cursed Hold does nothing against me too. That is a trick card because it's something I don't care about being out. But I get the dissipate, and next turn I probably will Snapcaster Duress and get rid of the other dissipate. And wow, he misses land drop again. Look at those Think Twice in his graveyard. Unfortunately for him, he's getting very, 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 very bad luck. I feel for him. I really do. Happens to me all the time. He's playing extremely high. And what did he draw into? So Snapcaster Mage, Duress, Negate can come out. Fortunately, he's gonna have, once he draws into that other land, he's gonna have crazy card advantage with these Think Twices in the graveyard. I've got to try to start getting into these Grisly Salvages and whatnot. I think he probably will duress me here, grab the Forbidden Alchemy. Well, I'm going to let the beatdown begin, and if we can get down close enough range to where the Blood Artist does... I mean, it's 6 damage on board right now between the Blood Artists, just if he decides to throw out that Curse of Death's Hold. And we were probably looking pretty bad if he didn't get stuck on lands. But again, he's got 2 extra cards in his hand because of that. Dress, Tragic Slip, Augur. Why did he keep it in the Tragic Slips? I don't understand. I mean, I guess he just doesn't have anything better to put in. That's one of the good things about running a combo deck in a very aggro-heavy meta is he doesn't... Oh, wow, he misses it. And he doesn't decide to duress. So I'm going to swing in here with the Snapcaster Mage. Take him down to an 18. And I will probably Forbidden Alchemy just right now, since I know he doesn't have anything in his hand. And the Forbidden Alchemy allows him to duress and get whatever I decide to get. But I think at this moment I'm going to go for the Alchemist Apprentice or another Blood Artist. I might actually go for a Blood Artist here, because then it gets very scary for him. Yeah. I am going to go for the Blood Artist. Don't know if that is quite the right move. But now this is 8 damage on board. He's got to find a solution. And he's got a Tragic Slip of Blood Artist right here. Whoa! Where'd that come from? He drew a Syncopate. So if he dresses down my Grisly Salvage, I'm not out of this by any means. The dude cannot draw a land to save his life. The Jacob, I've been there, my friend. It sucks. This was me last night, but opposite actually. This deck's been going kind of crazy for me too. With I mean, I only run 21 lands, and I'm kind of getting flooded even this game. But a Syncopate, a Negate, a Dissipate out. And his time clock's coming down too. I definitely want to see his time clock come down towards mine, so we don't have to play. I don't have to play extremely quick while he has the advantage of just stacking triggers and whatnot. And there's his 4th Think Twice or fourth Think Twice. Wow, He gets his land finally, and that's bad news for me. Ravenous Rats, it is a playable card. He's a 16. I'm actually going to Grizzly Salvage here. Try to find something, anything. The only thing I can grab is an Elvish Visionary. That's fine. And in fact, the Elvish Visionary is the right call here. Now his Duress is dead if he decides to Duress. Hey, there we go. Yep. No more lands, please. We're good on lands. And this will actually, I don't know what this will get out of his hand. At this point, Ratchet Bomb is very weak. But just a few more swings and he's going to be down to lethal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I got to get him down to a 10. I got Forbidden Alchemy active next turn. I hope what happens is he duresses. I've got a ton of Forbidden Alchemies in the graveyard. So everything I draw into lands, let's see, 9 out of 21. So I still have 12 out of 37. So I'm very, very high probability of not drawing lands. And the Jacob is now down to 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I apologize for how long this video is going to be. And now I get to get duress out any sort of counterspell again out of his hand. At this point, I might actually get a Tragic Slip. So, Snapcaster, Duress, Tragic Slip. Tragic Slip, he still just Snapcaster slips. I could a Curse Death's Hold not, I mean a Duress, I want him to Duress though. I'll just get rid of this Tragic Slip. I'm going to keep this Breeding Pool in the hopes that he does Duress me. And at this point, if he wants to cast a Snapcaster, it'll still be 2 life. He can go Snapcaster, Tragic Slip. But that gets rid of a counterspell. And he is almost in range for, if he clears the board, to dying. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, very close. I mean, so the Curse of Death's Hold is now a kill condition on him. Yep, there we go. We baited out that Duress. I'm glad that happened with the Breeding Pool. Now I'm free to throw the Breeding Pool out. At this point, I mean, he has to... I think he does have to Snapcaster Tragic Slip a Blood Artist here at this point. And he still takes 10, or 2 from that goes down to 10. Next turn, he'd have to block my Snapcaster. Yep, exactly. So it's going to be the Tragic Slip. And this still sets him back. Yeah, this is his only hope. I mean, this is a great play by the Jacob. It's the only way he can actually get back into this game. It's not a great way, though, because, again, it's getting rid of one of his dudes, and I'm going to be able to get a free Forbidden Alchemy now without having fear of... I know most of the cards in his hands. Curse of Death's Hold, Ratchet Bomb. Cards aren't that great. We can attack him now with... Oh, there's Immortal Servitude anyway. This game is over. So we'll attack in. And that's cool, because it gets me 2 more life. And the guy's going to be raging. I don't blame him. I drew pretty well here. He drew pretty poor. Sometimes that's how you have to win these matchups. And yep, that is it. We'll give him a little, oh, he left. I was going to say sorry about the land screw, but it is what it is. It happens in Magic. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is the last time I'm going to be playing this bug, Immortal Servitude. I'm retiring it probably. I don't know. We'll see. I just wanted to give it one more go. And hopefully rotation actually brings some cards I can use. I highly doubt it, though, because Snapcaster Mage is my best card. Blood Artist is my second best card in the deck, and we lose both of those guys. Very, very sad. And cards like Tragic Slip are very good as well. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.